I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement.
Hello students, how are you today? I hope that you are going very well. And today we are gonna check a new topic that is the present perfect. Now, what's going on with present perfect? First of all, I want you to know that this present perfect is going to be used to express something that happened in the past, but that maybe it continues occurring. I mean, a situation which hasn't finished. Opposite that simple past, that is a situation that occurred in the past, remains in the past, and finished in the past. Now, present perfect, no. Important, present perfect. Situation that continue occurring. Okay, so that might be the situation. Now, what happened? For example, I work in Liceo Tulyahualco, right? But I started working in Liceo Tulyahualco like 6 years ago. So I will use the present perfect to say that. How is it? Okay, listen to the example. I have worked at Liceo for 6 years. I have worked at Liceo for 6 years. That might be the situation. I mean, it hasn't finished because I continue working there. I cannot say I worked at Liceo. That is not real because I continue working there. So that might be the structure for present perfect. Now, be careful because first of all, I want you to understand that we are going to work with the verbs in past participle. Do you remember this verb that is in past participle? That is the third conjugation. We have present, we have past, and we have past participle. Okay, we are going to work with past participle. Remember, it's the third column of your list of verbs. For example, gone, for example, eaten, for example, studied, regular is the same. For example, maybe forgotten. Do you remember the dictation verb that we have? Well, we are going to be using the third column of that list of verbs, okay? The third column of your dictation. Now, if you don't remember verbs for your activities, please I want you to check. But I want you to remember, present perfect is in past participle, okay? We are going to use the verb conjugation in past participle. So, again, another situation that is continuing occurring in my life. For example, I have gone to Six Flags. It's a situation that can occur another time. That's why I use in present perfect. Okay, and I am not specifying the time. I am just saying that I have gone there. I have gone, that's it. Okay, so again, remember, I have, auxiliary have, and the verb in past participle. Structure, subject, have, verb in past participle. Now, what happened when the subject is she, he, or it? Of course, because of the third person, we cannot say have. We are going to say has. Okay, so depending on the pronoun, we are going to use the verb, the auxiliary have on the auxiliary has. This time, have is going to be used as an auxiliary. You are not saying as a verb, as an action, but I can use it. For example, she has had many toys in her life. Yes? I mean, I am using it as an auxiliary have, and I am using the verb have. Okay, so that can be the possible, but in this moment, in all the present perfect, we are going to use the auxiliary have, mandatory. Okay? Now, let's continue. Now, I want you to understand that we have two situations for the present perfect. We have the word for and the word since. Now, what is going to be used? Okay, let's start with for. For is going to be used to express the period of time something is occurring. How long? For example, again, my example, I have worked at Liceo for 6 years. I am telling you the period of time that I have worked there is the period, okay? So, for is going to be equal to the period. Okay, second situation, since. Okay, and since is going to be used to express when the action starts. Okay, so for example, again, my example, I have worked at Liceo since 2014 or 13. I'm not sure. No, 14. Sorry, my students, I was remembering. Again. I have worked at Liceo since 2014. 2014. Okay, that might be the example because when my action start was in 2014. So that might be the use of since. Since is going to express when an action starts. Okay, so I hope that you can understand this difference between one or the other. Okay, so for period, since, time when the action starts. Okay, so again. Now, for asking questions, I will use the word how long. Okay, so for how long have you worked at Liceo? How long have you worked at Liceo? That might be the question, yes? I mean, they are asking to you the period of time. I have worked at Liceo for 6 years. Or I can ask to you, how long have you studied at Liceo? Some of you will tell me, I have studied at Liceo for 6 years, 7. Some of you will tell me, I have studied at Liceo for 1 year, for 3 months, I don't know, yes, in the case of Amilcar, no, for example. I don't know, some of you will tell me, I don't know, the variety of time, no? I can tell you, for example, that I have students that have worked there for 1 year. I mean, that is up to you, yes? Okay, now, let's continue. Later, present perfect again, okay? We'll use the negative form too. And the negative is going to be in the auxiliary, so positive. I have worked at Liceo for 6 years. Negative. I haven't worked at Liceo for 7 years. Yes? I mean, have and haven't. Has and hasn't. According to the situation, according to the pronoun. Okay? So, I hope that this explanation is pretty clear of present perfect. We are going to continue working with present perfect today and tomorrow. And I am waiting for your videos. And I hope that today you had a very beautiful day of the kid and enjoyed your celebration. And I love you so much, as always. Okay, have a very beautiful day and I see you tomorrow.